What's up, friends? It is a little blurry because it is dark, but I'm leaving my parents' house after celebrating my mom's birthday, and that cake was a vanilla cookie butter cake from Publix. Now, I don't usually do gluten, and I really don't do refined sugars most of the time, but I have to say, like, that cake was worth it. So because I don't have like celiac, like it's not like a big issue, but I definitely do notice a difference when I eat gluten, especially if it's like over, a consistent period of time. Like during Christmas when I had like a little bit every day and then I really felt awful. But I'm just like leaving and I'm just thinking like, because I had this conversation recently about finding peace with my body as far as what I look like, and I am very well aware that I do not look like what I used to look like super shredded abs, all of that, because that became something that defined me. And I don't want to let that define me anymore. And I have done so much work, so much blood, sweat, and tears has gone into the work of growing past that and shedding that as an identity and realizing that I have so much more to offer the world than just like how I look. Just how fit and shredded, and a lot of like the fitness shoots and stuff like that just kind of encouraged that, and that's a whole story for another day as far as deriving my sense of worth from the way that my body looked. Just other than that, I'm leaving and I'm like, I ate that cake, and while I'm not like thrilled with myself, because I started picking at it again after my slice, but it's okay because I'm thinking of like a stark contrast to when I was in my more disordered relationship with food phases, and like in high school, for example, I would literally like any like birthday cake or holiday treat or anything like that comes out, and I already it's like 100% mentality. It's either 100% yes, go for it, or 100% that's not for you. And the way which I kind of processed that whole scenario was, that's not for you, that's not what you do, that's not what you eat, like it's just not you. And so in those situations I would either have none or have my own alternative dessert, or I would just take a bite or two and be like, nope, that's it, and then go have something that'll try to fill the void of what I actually want. And I'm thinking, I'm like, I was able to have that cake and enjoy it. I was able to have my cake and eat it too. No, that wasn't intended. But I'm able to eat that cake, and to somebody who hasn't struggled with a lot of food and body issues, it's like, so what, Amita? You ate a slice of cake and then some. Big whoop. Wow. Cool. But to somebody who understands, like, you don't know unless you've actually kind of been through it, like, to be able to sit and eat that cake and be okay with it, be at peace with it, enjoy it, and like not think about how I'm going to have to be on the Stairmaster for like 2 hours tomorrow. Like, it is very freeing, and that's kind of the theme of what I've kind of been working on. I guess that's the theme of this phase, this season of life, where I have been so much more accepting and at peace with how my body looks. And to be honest, like, abs are great, people give you compliments, you look good, whatever, but like, unless you're like genetically inclined to maintain that, like just walking around, like I was able to do that. I was able to maintain that walking around, but like I am not willing to do, I'm tired, I'm old, I'm 31 now. I am not willing to do the things that I had to do in order to look the way I looked. It's just plain and simple. My priorities have shifted, and like I am well aware that I do not look the way I used to look. And so what? So what? I kind of like to compare it to when I was, Copper's got someone. I compare it to when I was a runner in high school and I could run a sub 6 mile. Okay. 5:38 was my PR. Anyways, you know, would it be cool to be able to run that now? Hell yeah. But my body cannot do that anymore. I can't train like that. I don't have the time. I don't have the ability. My body's been through like a traumatic accident. Like the priorities have shifted. Like I can only run like twice, maybe 3 times a week now. And my body can't take the stress of it. Also because I do long runs. But what purpose, even if I could run a sub 6 mile right now, what purpose would that serve in my life right now? It wouldn't. It'd be like, cool, you can run a sub 6 mile. Awesome. Now, like, how is that going to move my life forward right now? How is that going to enrich the priorities that I am focusing on right now? It's not. And so why would I be mad about myself and my body changing with this natural phase of life when I'm not mad at myself for not being able to run a sub 6 mile now? Like, because I'm like, well, oh, duh, like, you're not training for it. Like, you're not working for it. Right now, like, I'm not training to be in a bodybuilding competition or like some sort of bikini or physique, or I'm not looking to get on stage anytime soon, nor have I ever. So it's like, what purpose would that serve in your life? Well, it served the purpose of feeling, you know, that's what I attached my self-worth to in the past. It served as the very feeble and shaky foundation of my self-esteem way back when. And way back when means like a year ago. I have been struggling with my body image for as long as I can remember, and I can finally say that, like, I am not 100% there. I don't think we're ever 100% there. And I'm just speaking for myself. But I am definitely at a place where I just don't want to do those things anymore. I just don't want to make that the focus of my life. And I know I am confident enough to know that I have much more to offer the world than what I look like. So, and what my body looks like. Don't get me wrong, like, taking care of yourself, very important, right? Do I want to look nice? Absolutely. But, like, there's a difference between wanting to look good, like a normal human, like anybody wants to look good, and being at like the 1% top peak of like everybody in the gym. Like, I just don't need that in my life anymore. I don't need it anymore. And it sucks when you've been at that point and you see how your body changes and you're like, man, it'd be really nice, it'd be cool to look that way again. But like, I can summarize it with the saying, people like the sausage, but they don't like how the sausage is made. So yeah. And for some people it might be easier than others. But for me, my whole life has been, you know, even if it didn't show it on the outside, I can tell you right now that my whole life was centered around my body, preoccupied, focused on that. And I missed out on a lot of things because of my need for control over my body and the control issues, right? Now, all of this stems back to childhood, which some of you guys know. Some of you guys know with my dad and all that. But healthy distance, right? Healthy boundaries. And I mean, I could go on a rant about some of the things that he said tonight, but I won't get into that. But I've come to a point of maturity where I can allow those things to just slip off of me, just deflect, just pay no attention, because I am confident in what I believe to know, my truth about myself and my life. And I'm talking way outside of just physical things now. So, yeah, I wanted to just speak that because it was a really cool it was a really cool realization to think about the difference between now and what was. And just how much growth potential we all have. And even when it feels like you're going to be one way forever, that when you really do the work, when you're seriously committed to